art. I'm an artist, you know. I mean, my main thing is art. But I've really been getting into this new things that are going on, such as mud flood and flat Earth and moon hoax, moon landing hoax, whatever. So this is the Mercer Museum, a big museum full of treasures from the area. It's suspect, as many things are, as I've said before. But anyhow, we have this old brick building. And steps built after the fact, whatever, to get up to this top floor. If you look at the other side of this, it's, you know, that's the other one. That's the top floor. And so what is going on here? This is down below. So like here's these steps that you saw up front, and you can see that we're at a lower level here, and you can bring stuff in here. And if you look over here, you can see all this old stuff underneath and little parts of brick there. So all this brick was fine, but some of this got blasted out, I guess. And we can see the mortar veil on the wall here, perhaps. Let's move along here. Lower part. We got a little bit of an echo. I don't know if I'm even hearing that, but I guess you'll see. This is not an ad for cat, but anyhow, you can see all this wonderful brickwork, and then you can see the lower part. How does this happen? This is what my question is. How does this happen if this is all brick that got blown out? So this was built later, or this somehow was just heated? I don't get that part yet. I'm still working on it. There's a keystone. Here's a little close up to this, and you can see all this white coming out here off the building. Window at ground level. You know, who builds that like that? Window at ground level. And this is outside on that, and you can see the different layers there. Something's going on. This in Doylestown is the museum's over here somewhere, and but you can see this wonderful wall here. And if you get up close to this, which I don't know how to zoom this, but anyhow, if you get up here, you can see there's stuff going on below here. So it's like another level. You can see one level of this concrete, and then you can start to see a second level. So big levels. This whole area here, interesting. I don't know. And we're going that way. So here's some paint on the side of a van. I like that kind of stuff. I used to like that kind of stuff. Maybe I still do. I don't know. But I'm really into art. Here's the Aldi Mansion. This was owned by Mercer's brother. And I mean, you can kind of see how this is just... It's hard to really be sure, but from this angle, but see this roof, and you can just, it just feels like there's more underneath. But then, as you go, and same with this picture, and you can see the beautiful, incredible brickwork that have been there. Fortunately, with this computer, I can't zoom in, so I can't really get it. But that's just amazing, right? This is definitely an old building, Tartarian. And here we see on the side, this is the front over here, side, right there, buried. You can see tiny bit of an arch right there. So this is all mud flooded out, big time. And here we have the. This is the Michener Museum, which used to be the prison, and it was once a Quaker prison apparently. All of these. This is the kind of stuff that I am really not sure about with. When you look at subphotonic and what he's talking about, how do these things get if these are bricks, how do they get like this? But yet it's still square. I just, this is the kind of stuff that I'm worried about. I want to send him some pictures maybe so he can do that. You can see the wall, the prison wall here. Definitely has that old look, and everybody will tell you this was built with stone, and he'll tell you something different, as though this has all been cooked and blown out. So I don't know about this whole facade. Maybe this was made later and put up. I'm really just not sure how that works. But, yeah. And this was the other side of the brick building that I was showing you earlier. See, this is, if you come down the street here next to the Mercer's, which is over here, this is on the level floor. But then we go back to that other side. And it's a lot, right? But you know, like, you got all this, you can see, dude, whoops, sorry, this is the other side. It has this giant area here, which I believe, and I'm not sure if you can see it, there's some larger steps under here maybe. This is where I was going before. No, I don't know, but there's something here, and very interesting. Anyway, but now we're gonna move back onto the other side real quick. Sorry about all this jumpy craziness, but that was some more of that building there. Bing bang boom, wada wada whoopah. So that's the front, and now here we have a detail of that prison wall, which goes all the way around the Mercer Museum, which is now an art museum. Michener Art Museum. And Michener, he wrote a lot of books and was pretty popular back in the day, and he does have a space book, so what about that? I was thinking these were maybe like petroglyphs of sorts, but I don't know. They're just blown out rock, right? Here's something growing out of the wall here, and all of this. This is the same wall. Now I thought this was some kind of interesting river, like a river stone type thing. I don't know. That's what I was thinking before, but you can see all this goop coming off of there. I used to think this was patch-up work, but Subphotonic, man, he says this is snot. It's mortar snot, so I don't know. I don't think he likes that term either. I think it's kind of silly, but this is an artist in the area. Pretty prolific. You see him putting out stuff. I forget his name. Somebody could tell you. But it's Operation 64. That's his building over there, and he's always putting out new artwork. I should ride over there more. Amazing stuff. Bad picture there, sorry. Miles and mules they have in this Bucks County area. People painted on these mules. We tried to get in there, but nobody wanted to do my Tasha mule, like I wanted to call it. Nobody wanted to do that. It was going to be like all like a, Pollock all over it, and nobody was interested. There's a bunch of these around the area, and they're interesting. This was my mother's favorite. It's kind of a nice one. Anyway, here's a ship or boat, whatever, in the window. Yep. Paper mache thing I saw. It's a dinosaur propaganda right there. This area has these giant dinosaurs over at this antique museum. Like, these are not antiques, dude. These are new. Anyway, here's some more of that. More of that. Just people love this stuff anyway, so. There's an elephant. And here's some old stuff going on. This is wood. What's their entrance? This, I want to go up here and check this place out. It's over near Pool's Corner, they call it. But I'm going to go over there and check that place out. This is an antique shop, I think, of sorts, whatever, old building. Here's that paper mache, a little closer. This thing I thought was pretty. Another little paper mache, it's hard to see. Here's some goop. Snotty goop on the floor in the shape of a heart. There's some other weird stuff I take pictures of. I like to just take pictures of paint splattered and stuff, and you get some interesting shapes. This looks like some weird creature with a mouth, and this is, I just get this big, I don't know, whatever, haha, Sheeler, he's from the area. I don't know why that went away. He died in 65, same year I was born. Something there, maybe. I don't know. Modernist painter and photographer known for a seemingly impersonal machine-inspired style called precisionism. Subjects included factories, skyscrapers, and Bucks County barns. He rented the Worthington House 1910 to 1926, and here he did important early work. So, whatever. Like, if you're thinking people follow one another, I mean, I'm doing some important work right now, right here in Doylestown. If I'm as important as Charles Sheeler, which probably am, but not yet. Nobody knows. It doesn't matter. I mean, really? Who cares? Anyway, this is the house. And now that we're talking about this, you can see this whole stone face, which people tell you stone. Subtonic tell you it's brick. And I'm starting to lean towards brick blown out. And this area that we live in, this is really hard to see, but this area we live in is full of these houses. I mean, I think the whole East Coast is full. I mean, this whole country's full. I mean, the whole world's full. Look at this old wall here, little brick wall made, stone wall supposedly, but is this, it's hard to say. It's free more people. This is some of my own artwork. 50% more free for everyone. 50% more freedom. Funny stuff. We do not consent. What's this we? Maybe you do not consent. Richie from Boston and I do not consent. And that we do not consent. 2019, that's from last year. Richie's still there, I think. Doesn't talk about that much. This is an artwork I was working on, or small artwork, and the mash mug. And the man, this is all there. I don't know. This is not what somebody wants. This is a cattail, so don't jump to crazy conclusions. Then I wanted to take the reason I had the other, picture was I was trying to take a picture of this. Gosh, jeez. Artwork, and it says Costco paper towels and toilet paper. That's why we go to Costco, paper towels and toilet paper. But this is art. This is a drawing, right? Drawing? Yeah, maybe. Some more works. More works here. This is me trying to get the chemtrails, or whatever sky trails. Plain trails, but that's a bad picture, so we'll move on. It's part of the bookshelf and artworks. There's a dolly postcard, and this guy here is cool. And this was like a ship or something. It's a drawing, collage, if you will. This is the poster for Antarctica. I paid like $4 for this poster because I was at the flea market over in Jersey over there. Man, I can never think, but over there over at the Golden Nugget Flea Market across the New Hope Bridge into Lambertville, go down the road and you'll find this awesome flea market, and you can find all kinds of great things. But anyhow, I looked through this guy's poster collection and I was just like, I don't really want any of it. And then of course I came across this one and I thought, oh, I really do want this. He said he'd give me a deal 3 for $10. I think I did buy 3 posters for $10. $10. I mean, it's hard for me to spend $10 at that place, but I got this cool poster, and Kaiden made these for the Christmas tree. So they're beautiful. A little bit of origami, simple origami, and we have that down there. And Michael's got 2 secrets here. That's one of the things I had here. This is some stuff on Netflix. I don't know, whatever. Maryland's like, Todd Rundgren may have sent me a picture after I asked him if he looked up Flat Earth, and he had this same thing here. So, because Maryland is, there's some famous pictures of her with the Mercator map. So, something going on there. And oh, this is why. It's like, are they sending messages? He's like looking at her. I don't know, whatever. And we did some eBay, and we were using this as our backdrop for eBay. Here's a drawing I did back a while ago. Here's a painting. We do a lot of work. And stuff. This is a song I wrote. It's a toy piano song. You can't see it. I'm going to do that at some point. Record it. Some stuff. This is a friend of mine's sculpture. A lot about that. I have him hiding in here for now. His head, he didn't do this head part. I just put that on there for funny hair. Here's, it's a wall in the studio. I'm always working on artworks. Here they are. Cruising through this stuff. Work. Let's read this one out. What's it say? Look at... no, wait, it says... Okay, look at Eric Dubé's stuff. I actually changed this to content, so the actual piece says content now. You can still see stuff, but content. But anyhow, look at Eric Dubé's stuff. Then tell me you don't have any questions. You know, you can't look at his work and say, oh yeah, I believe the narrative. Anyway, whatever. Floor. Edvard Munch. Jack is Kerouac. BoJack Horseman. If you look at this on the side, it looks like there's like a Homer, maybe, or something, and you can see it in there. Let's see if I have another picture of that. See that? It's like, it's the way it was painted on there, and it just looks like a person. I think there's a person in sideways later on. This is kind of a random picture I took, but I thought it was funny because of the rhythm. Yield to PEDs in crosswalk. 1 day bed bug removal. Yield to PEDs in crosswalk. 1 day bed bug removal. And I'm starting to hit my stride. I don't know, it gives you some weird thinking. Spread a little sunshine. I want people to start doing better research. Please start seeing the truth. Mainstream is hiding it in plain sight. Look, people. And some of my artworks, mostly mine. This one was not mine. This one's not mine. This was Zeke. This is one I did long ago. This is probably my third painting, maybe. And that's when I was just making whatever. And that's weird stuff going on. This is another bunch of works. Stuff going on. More studio shot. Studio shot. This is one of my favorite pieces lately. I've been doing a lot of artwork, and you can see the studio. I'm always working on the artwork. And here's our downstairs fridge. I didn't like it. Gotta change this bad home small. No, I mean our home's not too small, but not too big at all. It's, moderate size home. And it's not bad, so I have to change that. But there's a lot of messages in here. Check it out. Christine's grandparents. This was a thing I took that was on the fridge. I had this discussion, if you will, with a friend over the phone. We hadn't talked to each other in a long time. I told him about my flat earth research and realizations, if you will, and then we got into this kind of arguing match because she was like, oh, what do you mean, go up in a balloon and check it out, you'll see. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. But I was definitely screaming at him, he was screaming at me. So this is maybe me and this is him, or this is him and this is maybe me, because we're both sad and whatever, back and forth. But you can see his head, it's really weird. But anyhow, that's another picture of that. And this is an actual picture, I think, of the how the sun looks these days. There's an X right there in the sky. Bing, bang, boom. Clouds don't form into X's. Anyway, this is trailing chemicals, aluminum, different strontium, and many metals they're putting up there. Who knows what they're doing, to be honest with you. And here's what the sky looks like after a little bit, after they do a few runs. That's it. It is happening, people. It is happening. Here's some more, and there's one, boom, right down the middle, right on there. Well, we'll never get into this. I got into this a little bit, but I just always found this to be unbelievable that Mulder is sitting here in the whatever where the people are sitting. There he is. It's a Mulder. It's him. That's like he's fighting the truth. Anyway, Ambassador he's a sound man. Sondland is a sound man. This guy, I don't know what's up with him, but he was sitting there all the time. But whatever. This is the only part of the entire impeachment baloney that I watched, and I just found it fascinating that there's no doubt about it that Mulder's sitting there. Anyway, I thought maybe I could find something in the reflection here, but I don't know. Maybe. And somehow that was domes and celebrations. I don't know what's up with this. This is something from that too. I don't know what. Birthday soon. Anytime. Need help? Anytime. Alright. This goop. And there's her story of art as well as his story of art and some modern ones. It's part of the studio. That's that thing again. And this is a floor. This is, I got over to Kmart before they closed it down. I got some pictures, so don't worry. Some Kmart pics. Bam! Whap dappity boos. More pictures of same stains. I love stains on the floors. I love them so much. Moving on, moving on. Just my shoe. Yep. Kmart's gone. No more Kmart. There's some more sky pics. They're just blowing us out. Today out there, it's got a lot of clouds. Probably blew us out. This is the Tomlin album I got. I haven't listened to it. It's my shoe. That was me trying to give a roll the eyes look. Didn't come out as good. That one's a little better. It's the one I used for my Facebook. I got off Facebook. I might get back on. I don't know. This is one of my walls of artwork. This was the photograph, and this is a drawing. That thing. Here's the planes that we get around here, little planes, because we got an airport, Doylestown Airport. But this is not from those planes. Look at this here. Yep. Here's some more sky trails. Sky trails. I just thought that was striking, so I took a picture of it. This bridge in Langhorne, near Langhorne, unbelievable. This thing is huge. There's no way. I can't imagine that our people built it. And if you look up here, you can see the white coming off the top. Just to think that this stuff could have been brick, and then what happened. So look at all this white here. I gotta get back over here and get some better pics, but you can see the white just kind of coming right off. Is that the mortar? Is that the mortar coming out? I used to think that they built without mortar, but I guess that's not really how it works. ID all ons. You on? Should be a question mark there, maybe. Put a question mark. I'm gonna redesign this whole thing pretty soon. But look at all this stuff coming out. What is going on at the top here? How? If this was not made this way, what's going on here? More pictures of that. That thing is huge. I mean, you need to see. Go back here. Look at this. This is huge. I mean, you could pull up here and you bring a beep out right there. This is absolutely. There's trains up on the top of that. This whole valley, area here is just unbelievable. So if this was brick and it was. How does it get so blown out? How does it stay that way? But look at this stuff all dripping weird now and everything. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it. I don't really understand, but amazing. Nonetheless, absolutely amazing. Maybe I'll send them this video and you can go through it. There's a plaque up there, obviously put in by someone way later than when this was built. I don't know what it says, but another plaque. But like, here's another thing with that plaque. If these things are all blown out, how did that plaque? Did they just, chop that out and then stick that on there? I guess probably. There's two of these bridges over there, in fact. Two of these bridges you drive, and you gotta park. You're not allowed to park anywhere on here, so you gotta drive all the way back here. It's it's less than a quarter mile maybe, but still you gotta drive all the way back there, and the parking lot's way back there, and then you have to take half your day to walk around. Instead, I parked over here because whatever, there was nobody there. Whatever. But anyway, this is Play Wiki Park. Go over there. It's near Langhorne, and that is an incredible sight. I gotta get back over there. And then you drive into Langhorne, and you find red brick buildings with bottom parts that people tell you is stone, maybe not. I mean, how did they... If this part got blown out, but not that, how does that happen? Tell me about that. And this is just a pile of bricks. Concrete. This was in Quakertown, and what do we have here? Is this one of these Antiquitech parts? Is there mercury up in there or whatever? That's what they use. I don't know. Possibly. But that was amazing. Find anything like that in my area? Like, this is another thing. I mean, I listen to people like John Levy. Who else? Subphotonic, UAP channel, and you listen to this, so then you look at them and you think, wow, this is some really amazing information. Is this true? Then you go out into your world and you try to find these things in your world. This I found. This was near Christmas time, and man, they just blew this place out. Blew it out. I was just amazed at how many of these trails. This is the kind of stuff I work on, collage. I'm like, this is kind of a collage, and I'm cutting apart all this stuff and, whatever. Unfortunately, Kiden broke this glass. It's a beautiful glass, but it says the Wren Building in Williamsburg, Virginia, so look that up. That's probably something to look at. What's this? This is some of my works, and this is not my work. This is all this stuff. This is not mine. Whatever. This is just a bunch of works and stuff. Here's some more skeletons. This is a sculpture Christine found at work, where she was working before, not her current job, but they let her have this. They find all kinds of great stuff over there. I mean, you can get all kinds of amazing stuff. Over there, this was a Christmas tree. This looks like a bunch of these pictures. This is just stuff around our house that we have. That was Christine made this mask for Naya for Halloween. And just stuff we have around here. Ceramics. And the way that ceramics works is, you put the clay together and then you fire it up, and what happens when you fire that up? It gets smaller, right? It binds together. So if there's a brick like that, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm a moron. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure it all out. Probably not. I'm trying to figure it out. So we're gonna this is just a bunch of random. I don't know what happened. I think I was just dancing around, taking pictures. So our Christmas tree is still up in February. February's getting near done. I just I cut this stuff out, put it on the wall. Here's a drawing I was working on a long time ago. Put that up there. More stuff. You seen this? Stuff, just some random crazy stuff. That's me. Naya did this at school. I thought it was beautiful, like stained glass. Yee. Yeah, stuff falling off the wall there. Oh, here we go. This place is unbelievable. This place is unbelievable. I'm not. See this? Like, what's up? I mean, according to him, it said this is like the brick, but it got blown out somewhat, right? Or is this just like a fake? I don't. It looks so new. Like they resurfaced this. Look at this tower. Towers to the domes. Geek. Whatever. I don't know who came up with that, but nobody else is. Other people are saying it. But what do we have here? Like, I'd like to go check that out. This is nearby. Not too far. Maybe less than 7 miles away or so. Places. I wish I had the zoom feature on this computer. I gotta figure that out. But look at this. Unbelievable. So you're trying to tell me, see, I just don't understand how this stays straight. If this stuff all got blown out and then, different sizes, how does it stay so perfect? That's the questions I have. Towers. Yeah, I'm just sitting out there and this guy had some really great stains on his car. Impala. This is where they're expanding the Doylestown Theater, movie theater. It's called what it is. But they took this whole area out. I'd love to get down in there and dig around in there. Dig around in there, find stuff. Look at that. What's going on there? This amazing brick work on this building next to the county theater. That's what it's called. But that's definitely something going on there. Very old. It's got incredible brickwork on there. This is the side of that. This is that Coach's. I just thought it was funny. This guy doesn't have a bat anymore, but is this the bat? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Hair in the tub. This is our floor. There's our matches for pooping. Light the poopers to get rid of the stink. Okay, so then we'll get a look at it. You can't really see that. Whatever. Stuff's going on. I don't know what we got here with Trump. Like, what are you doing, freak? Everybody loves Bernie Sanders. Everybody's gonna vote for him, I guess. I don't know. No one's gonna. They won't even vote for him, even though he is the best candidate. And whatever. He's probably not. There's no candidates. Just whatever. I've pretty much given up on that. You gotta get to that point eventually. I don't know what this stuff is. A bunch of baloney. I don't know. That's kiwi. Here's a piece I've been working on, cutting stuff out and then just kind of letting it fall. See what we can make with that. Okay, so then we went over to Buckingham Mountain. And luckily I got to walk out. I was like 30 yards from that house and 30 yards from that house, and I figured I'd walk straight up, and you go up there, you walk up a little ways, and you come to the bottom of this, and that's where the mountain starts. This is hard to see, but there it is, and I guess this is buildings. Look at all this stuff, just debris. This is how it is around this area, in this Bucks County area. I mean, you find rocks just strewn everywhere. Just thrown, like they've been blasted out. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I'm starting to see it. So, you're making your way up the hill and you're taking some pictures of this stuff, and it's all kind of busted apart. What is going on? How does that happen? How does it get busted apart like that? Now, this black is on a lot of these stones. What's the black? Is that mold or is it something else? I don't know. Hard pictures to see, but this is what Buckingham Mountain is. It's a mountain. It's not really a mountain. It's a hill, and it's probably buildings. But look at this. Here we are. This is the kind of stuff that he's talking about. See how this stuff kind of looks all molten, maybe like it has been torched out. And you can see what, where these things start to look like stone, but rocks or whatever, and there's stones everywhere. And here's this one. This one reminded me a lot of like the Devil's Tower kind of thing you see. And there's a lot of those around. But look at this stuff, right? Something's up here, right? Something's going on. Here's a better picture of that. That's right on the side of this. And you can see some color coming off of there. I came down, I climbed all the way up here, I just couldn't help it. I kept thinking, I'm going to keep going up, keep going up, seeing more. And this one, this particular one, wow, look at that, just rounded off. Like, how does that happen? That's not erosion, people. I guess, I don't know. So, here's a little closer picture of that. And yep. And here's a pile of rocks. Somebody piled this stuff up, but there are rocks everywhere. I was looking for brick. Couldn't find any brick, just looking to see if it was brick. So then I got up to the top almost. You could go up a little farther, but I took this picture. And where we live out there is amazing because you're on top of this mountain and you look over there and there's this whole ridge and it just goes on and on. That's all building? I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Another picture from up there. Another one. Now I went around the other side of the mountain and you get this. This is really just everything just mushed around, I guess. And you're looking at this and you're like, wow, look at this. I don't know what to say about it, but it's just like crazy. And there's a lot of this black stuff. But then right here, right there, you see that little streak? There's a streak of red and another streak of red. It's the same spot right there. All this stuff, like black. Here's a close-up of the thing, but if you get in here, there's another close-up of those rocks. Trying to find some sense in this. More of these rocks. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm trying to figure out, why does that black stuff come off of there? And this wall type stuff, whatever. Interesting stuff. All this is crazy. That there seems like it's got a lot of that red color. More of that. Thing there, and there's that close-up of that area there. See, now, did that just condense all that carbon into just a streak, and that's all that's left of this whole thing, or something else going on there? I don't know. That's terrible. I took a picture of my wall down there in this certain state, and it just looks like blurry mess. I don't know what the heck's going on. Anyway, there's a sculpture. Another blurry mess. I don't know. I can't seem to take pictures with this phone too well anymore. Some more artwork. And I think that's the last picture. So let's just